All right guys, now over the years I've had a lot of Dodge Rams. I had my 3rd gen 2500, my 3rd gen 1500 Daytona edition, the 2018 Power Wagon, and the 2021 TRX. All right, now we still have the Power Wagon, but I was in the market for a new truck and I recently picked up this 2020 Ram 1500 Warlock. Now my entire goal with this truck is to build an affordable overland rig that won't cost us thousands of dollars and can still get us to our favorite campsite safely. So instead of starting with the already expensive Ram Power Wagon, I decided to build this Ram Warlock and show that you can build a capable rig and not spend thousands of dollars or start with a super high-end truck. Now the question is, what the heck is a Warlock? Now the Warlock is the model between the Ram 1500 Classic and the Ram 1500 Rebel. Now this is going to be the 1st generation Rebel I'm talking about. So you do get the front Rebel bumper with the tow hooks, black fender flares, black wheels, a black painted rear bumper, 4x4, and a 1-inch factory lift, to name just a few things. All right, now my truck has the Pentastar 3.6 liter V6, which is basically the same engine that comes in a Jeep Wrangler. You know, now that I think about it, the Ram Warlock V6 is basically a Jeep Gladiator because it's still a pickup truck. You have the same engine, and the only thing that's really different is like gearing the body and that sort of stuff. So I wonder if it basically is equivalent to a Jeep Gladiator or a Jeep Wrangler. Let me know what you think. For the most part, the truck is stock, but I've clearly already started modifying it. For example, with the help of my friends over at Vicres, we added the Ram Sport Hood. It's not painted yet. I just need to get some time to go over to RMS and get that thing stripped and painted. As mentioned before, the Warlock has a 1-inch higher lift than a factory Ram 1500 Classic, but I did add a 3-2 leveling kit, and with the help of my buddy over at Hella Bag Garage, we added the Rough Country forged upper control arms. So anytime you lift your Ram, you want to go ahead and change those upper control arms so the ball joint has more articulation. The side mirrors on the 1500 were actually hit because this is a pre-owned truck. So I went ahead and added tow mirrors. So you can do the flip up moose look, but I just like the more aggressive, bigger tow mirror over the 1500 mirror. So I went ahead and added those. And the last thing we added was the Ram bar from our friends over at Vicres as well. If you want to know how to install this, I did do an install video. All right, now with the Ram bar on the truck, I think it looks badass. I think ever since Ram came out with the Ram bar, I can't not have a Ram with the Ram bar now. The only reason the Power Wagon doesn't have one is because I have the Ram boxes on the side, and you can't install a Ram bar because it installs basically on where the Ram box opens and closes. Now we all know you can't have an overland rig if you don't have at least some lights on your rig. So I think the Ram bar looks complete with a set of lights. I really like that like old school look, but I'm gonna go ahead and order some lights. So we're about to go light shopping. We all know you can't have a true overland rig if you don't have badass lights. So I looked at KC, Hella, and Baja Designs. All right, so if I go with the lights that I want, the aesthetically super cool Baja Designs or KC lights, I'm definitely gonna go over budget because of the style of light that I'm looking for. So I was doing a bunch of research on YouTube and I found a lot of creators using these like knockoff LP7s or LP9s, and they are way more affordable than the real thing. Now I get it, you kind of pay, you kind of get what you pay for, but I really don't want to go over budget. And like, let's be serious, we're really not gonna go like to Antarctica with this truck or anything, but I really want that aesthetic like overland rig look with some functional lighting as well. So I went on Temu and I actually found a set of lights. All right, so here we are on Temu, and what I searched was 7-inch LED off-road lights, and you get a bunch of different options as you can see. So I clicked these one with the Raptor just because I mean it looks pretty cool. It's probably all Photoshop. So we come over here and this is what the light looks like. It kind of looks like an LP7 or an LP9, and you can get 2 of them for 55 bucks. When you're going for one for like $800 to 2 of them for like 50 bucks, I mean, it's worth risking it. These lights are just gonna sit outside on the truck, getting beat by that Texas sun. So I think it's worth trying it out. All right guys, I placed my order. I pulled the trigger, I'm gonna try it out. But I figured because it takes so long to get here that I would order 8 of them. So I ordered 4 for the Warlock, and I just went ahead and ordered 4 more for the Power Wagon. So yeah, now it's just time to wait and see. While waiting for the Temu lights, I wanted to start the hunt for a set of aggressive wheels and tires. Since I want to keep the build cost low, I went to Facebook Marketplace. All right, y'all, so it's been a little while since the last clip I filmed, and we've done a drift day and all sorts of good stuff. I'm now cleaning up from the last drift event. Definitely check out that video if you're into Ford Mustangs and drifting. But in between all that, I actually found a set of wheels and tires for the truck. All right, don't mind the mess here, but I did find these 20x10 Moto metal wheels, 5x5.5 for the Dodge Ram, with a set of 35s on them. Now they're like a no-name brand. We got some Ironmans on there, all country MTs. Now the dude told me the tires were good, but they in fact were not good. Now the truck looks badass with the wheels and tires, and it's definitely the look that I'm going for. It's not too aggressive offset. I mean, they're not exactly bead locks either, but again, like with what I'm planning on doing, I don't think we need anything super crazy. But I put these wheels and tires on the truck and the whole thing started shaking super crazy because these tires are just cupped so bad. The upside is that I didn't pay a lot and they're brand name wheels. So that's a good sign, right? Right? I still gotta buy tires. So in between messing with my tires and putting them on the truck and taking them off the truck looking sick, truck looking weak again, my Temu lights did arrive. So we'll go ahead and open these up. All right, you know, all right, I took a chance. I took a chance and I paid for it. So I got 8 lights here. I do. I got Temu'd. They Temu'd me from the same order. It makes no sense. All right, let me show you. Let me show you. Bam. All right, so I opened the first box, right? I'm like, yo, that's a hefty light, dude. Look at this thing. It's metal, it looks good. We're gonna get that yellow light. It's got the wires and everything. Got 3 wires here. I'm like, cool. So I got 4 of these suckers, right? So, okay, let me look at the other packaging, and it doesn't quite look right because the box is a little smaller. And I open it up, and I'm like, yo, what is this? These are like hockey puck size. These aren't the same thing, is what I'm saying. Like they're clearly different, and I ordered it from the same supplier, right? So these are way smaller. These are like 5-inch or something. This is what I ordered right here. So, all right, I gotta return 4 of them and find out what happened, because I paid full price for 7-inch lights, and I got 50% of my order here. It only took 3 weeks. So yeah, all those memes about getting Temu, and it actually freaking happened. So all right, next thing on the list is let me return 4 of those Temu lights and then see what I can do up here on the Ram bar. Freaking ridiculous, dude. All right, back to our regular scheduled content of what should have been 4 7-inch lights. You get the light, you get some looks like some decent hardware here. You get some nice brackets. So we're gonna have to put these brackets on the lights and then mount them to the Ram bar. So let me put these things together. All right, I put all 4 of my Temu lights together. I'm too good to you guys. I didn't put you through that suffering and pain. One thing to note, if you go this route, is there are 0 instructions. It's like Temu knows that a bunch of guys are gonna buy these because they're affordable, and they're not gonna waste their money on printing instructions because we're just gonna throw them away anyway. All right, now Ram bar mounting options were limited. The KC mounts were, again, super expensive, so I went with Amazon here, and these are like nylite mounts. Like the only downside really is that I had to use 2 different rubber isolators in order for it to clasp the Ram bar firmly. That's probably my only complaint. So I've already kind of measured these out, so I think they're pretty much okay. So let's go ahead and just let's just do a little YouTube magic. Yeah, let's do that. Psych, I'm gonna make you guys watch. All right, so now the next question is how we're gonna power and control the lights, because they have a couple different features, like a halo light, and then the light turns on. And I didn't want to put just like switches in my dash and make it look like super ugly. And I remember that I have this aux beam 6 gang panel system that I actually bought for the CJ7 to control the ditch lights, the bumper lights, and the CB radio, so I can power everything separately from the vehicle and just control everything. Long story short, I never installed it. This is about 2 years old. It's been sitting in my garage. It's super dusty. It's not sponsored. I bought this and I figured, you know what? I think this would be the perfect time to utilize it on the Overland build. So I've opened it once, but this is exactly what I'm going to use to power everything. And the reason, well, I have opened it, and the reason being is because you get this nice little panel that you can put stickers on, and it's really thin. So if you look at it, you can really hide this in a nice spot inside and not really obstruct like the design of the inside of the truck. I just spent 2 days building a wiring harness to wire those LED lights and wire them into the truck, and I did wire in the aux beam as well. I didn't record any of it because it just took a lot of brain power and just willpower to get it done. And like with any wiring job, when you're building the wiring harness, you forget. You're like, oh, 20 feet of wire is enough because the truck's not 20 feet long. The problem is that when you start routing the wiring, you start taking away that footage. So I had to go to multiple stores to get some more wiring, and then they were out of the colors that I needed, so I had to go to other stores and pick up the wiring. But anyways, I'm done. All right, I'm starting up here because in order to wire everything, I had to completely remove the ram bar and take it apart, because you've got 2 holes, one right here and one right here, where you can actually wire everything through, and then it goes down this bar right here, down to the bed, and then underneath the truck all the way to the engine bay. So the way I wired them was kind of in series, where these 2 are in series, so power and power, ground and ground, signal and signal all together. The same here, and then when they meet down there, then you wire all 4 of them in series, and essentially you're just getting rid of wiring. So that's exactly how I did it. All right, under the hood here, we have the aux beam control box right there. There is a fuse source that you need to tap into for your accessory power. Now, if you have a Dodge Ram, you will have a fuse spot that is specifically for upfitter. But when you do that, it's not a switch source, it's actually a constant, and that'll cause a parasitic draw, essentially kill your battery. I have mine hooked up to like the radio, oh no, the cigarette lighter accessory. So switch source, turn the key on, then it turns on. Here's the power cable for it right here, and then a ground. And of course, all the wires to the lights come in through here, and you can really see it, but it's just 2 wires right there, 1 and 2. And the way I have it wired is for all the lights, and then the halo, or like kind of like the daytime running light that it comes with. So super clean, super simple. You can barely tell that anything happened underneath the hood. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, going inside the truck, this panel right here on the dash actually comes out, and it doesn't really do anything. There's nothing behind it. So I bolted the base, there you go, right there. I bolted the base to it and drilled a hole for the wire to go through, and that's basically it. I mean, pretty simple. I'm only using these 2 buttons, and maybe I'll add some other lights here, but for now we got the roof light, and then the other sticker says roof lights, but really it's the halos. Now, I want to show you guys the lights, and that's where I'm going to wrap up the video, but it's only 1 in the afternoon. Now, I'm not saying the lights aren't bright, but really to get the effect, I'm going to have to check them out at nighttime, so that's what we'll do right now. All right, guys, I had to come to like a darker, desolate area from where I actually live in order to test out the lights. I don't have them on now. You can see the sun's going down. I really want to test out like how bright the lights are. All right, currently I just got the headlights off and the fog lights on the Ram on. Since it is nighttime, the touchpad does have an LED screen. You can see it's pretty subdued. So again, this button right here that I just clicked, that's going to be the halos on the light. As you can see, it's really just the outer rim of the light. As you can see, it's really just the outer rim of the LED lights. It's not actually the whole light turning on. And you can leave that part on, and then you can actually turn on the lights. Those are freaking bright. So yeah, it's definitely going to blow out the screen, but really want to see the light output in front of us. Another thing I want to point out is that they have lights. They have a side beam light. You can actually see it right here. So side beam. So all 4 of them are actually doing that. So same over here. Got another side beam light. You can see it clear as day. I probably need to go ahead and center up the beams on these. But yeah, so far everything wired up good. Let's go ahead and look straight into it. But yeah, that's them on. So the only thing to really check now is how is it on a darker trail, and I got a little trailhead over here that I'm gonna check out. But let me go ahead and turn these off. You wanna go down that trail and check the lights with me? So yeah, I got the whole gang coming in here. Got Ashley and Gabe, so we can check out these lights. All right, so the reason I'm going in here is because all the trees make it a little darker. And all right, you can see these are just the headlights, and those are the high beams. You can see clear as day. It's perfect. So let's go ahead and turn we just got the fog lights on. We're just going to turn everything off. And let me dim this. Yeah, Papa. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, you can see everything, brother. All the moths. And then, yeah, with everything on, I mean, you can see clear as day. That is freaking awesome. What do you think, babe?
Shout out Team
Shout out Team Yeah. Budget Overland rig is a go.
I wasn't sure if you're gatekeeping that.
No, it's not gatekeep. We kept everything in budget, which is, you know, low budget. The only thing there's actually people over here in this cabin area.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not go over.
So let's go. Let's just back it up. So the Temu lights were an absolute success. The only thing that wasn't a success on today's build was actually the tires on my wheels. Everything else is coming into place. Now, the only other thing that really bothers me on the Warlock would actually have to be the front bumper on the passenger side has been hit, but I've actually already located a new front bumper. So the thing with the front bumper is a brand new one's like $1,000 because it comes on the Warlock as well as the first generation Ram Rebel, but I was able to source one all the way down in Houston. So the only thing I got to do is give it some touch-up paint and then replace my current bumper, and we're good to go. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video, guys. Lots more coming. But yeah, if you like these videos and you want to follow along the V6 Overland build, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, let me know what you want to see, and we'll catch you on the next video. Until next time, peace out. Bam, dude! Honestly, for eyeball, like aligning these lights, I would say it's still a little high. You can see how it's sitting on top of that tree. I mean, I would point them down just a hair. But other than that, pretty happy.